DEPHEMEREMBER, day 19. Are you exhausted yet? If you are, I get it. Let's just keep on moving. We have a moth. She's kind of hard to see. Our animal today is a snail. And our snack is from Taiwan. They're Warheads Minis Extreme Sour. It's hard candy and it has the flavors lemon, green apple, watermelon, black cherry, and blue raspberry. I've never actually heard of blue raspberries. This is what they look like. So they are round, hard, small candy. Let's see how sour these are. I love sour candy. So let's try these yellow ones.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa! I have never had candy this sour in my life. Oh my goodness. This is even too much for me. Okay. Oof. Let's put this one on the side. Wow. Let's try a purple one. Let's see if they're all this sour. I can't do it. I can't do it. Whoa! I did not know candy exists that is too sour for me. This is incredible. Okay, one last try. I'll try the blue one. Oh my goodness. I can't do it. I can't do it. I am in shock. And this is from ages 4 and up. I can't even imagine how a little kid would react eating these. Please let me know if you've ever had these and if you could handle this. I'll show you a close-up when I'm sitting at my desk. That really woke me up. Okay, let's do some crafting and check our prompts today. Editing Barbara here. So after this shock, I completely forgot to rate this candy. It's now after the video, and if I would have rated them right there and then, I would have probably given it a 1 because I was not able to eat it. But in the meantime, I realized, because I had to try again, I realized that it becomes sweet after this sour part is gone. So I've eaten a few actually, and I guess you get used to it. So now I'm giving it a 6 out of 10 instead of a 1 out of 10. Back at my craft desk. So this is a close-up of what these look like. It's absolutely insane. I really want to know if you have tried these. If you like sour, maybe this is something for you. I don't know. Moving to our prompts today. So today we have fabric and page tab. And when I saw this in combination with our snail, I was lost. Because when I looked at the picture of the snail, I immediately had a picture in my mind of what I wanted to do. But I was like, how am I going to make this work with a fabric page tab? And then I texted Louisa and she said, it doesn't say fabric page tab. It says fabric and a page tab. We figured it out and she was a huge help. So thank you again, Louisa. So this prompt today will be a teamwork of Louisa and myself. And maybe this will help you think outside of the box a little bit as well, in case you have similar issues. So the idea I had when I looked at this snail was, I love this house of the snail. I love the shape. I love the coloring. It kind of reminds me of pebbles on the beach. I wanted to have this house multiple times in different sizes so that I could create a tuck spot with it. So for me, it's very easy to extract part of an image and to put it on another piece of paper and multiply it so that I can easily print multiple versions of it. But I understand for you this is not so easy. So I made this snail freebie for you with just the house in multiple sizes so that you can do something similar to what I'm doing. So in preparation for this video, I have printed this freebie on 200 GSM cardstock, and I have cut out 3 of each size, and I have also inked up all the edges with walnut stain. Next, let's have a look at which page we want to add this to. And because we now have a bookmark, I was easily able to mark that page, which is this one. I still wish I would have done way less rust. Like just like I've done on the edges here, just edging these. I mentioned that already, didn't I? Please remind me to do a bulk check at the end of this video because this is getting quite bulky. I chose this particular page because it is not quite as wide as some of the other pages, and also because I really like the color combination of this. Also, I wanted to make sure there's no tab on this page since we'll be making our own tab. And I cut a piece of copy paper the same width as my page because I think it will be easier to glue the snails onto this paper, and also it will be better that it has a smooth surface in the back, so when we add something to the tuck spot there won't be anything to hinder the ephemera going inside. Actually, I won't need this wide. Let me cut this a little more narrow. Okay, so of course we won't see any of this afterwards. I also want to, although I can still change that afterwards, I kind of want to think about where I want to add the tuck spot, at which height. There's no reason why we can't have a tuck spot up here. But how about right down here? I see a tab here, and there's one here on the other side. So if I have one here, I think that would work nicely. The guinea pigs I'm taking care of currently are making very high-pitched noises. I think I'll go check and see if they're okay. All is well. I'm not used to being a guinea pig mama. So let's arrange these. I want something here out of which a snail head can peek. I don't want to use this one. I'm not so happy about this one. I mean, I love the color contrast with the black, but I'm not very keen on this snail. So I want to create my own cuter head. So I need to think about the proportion of the last snail shell that is going to go here, because that has to work with the size of the head I'm going to add. So I think this size is good. So this one here needs to be like this, so that from this opening we can have our head peeking out. Everything else is really up to us. We can turn them any which way. They don't all have to be this way. I want them definitely overlapping. Let's put maybe the bigger ones in back and then add smaller ones to the front. And then we can add smaller ones. Put one upside down, then a really small one here, teeny tiny one here, and like a medium-sized one here, another tiny one, oops, back there. So how about something like this? I think that looks fun. Now the challenge is to glue them onto each other. I think the only way to do this is top down, otherwise you're going to go crazy. So let's start with this small one. So we're going to work ourselves from the top to the last layer. Oh no, I forgot something very important. Oh no. Because I wanted to add some fabric. Oh, Barbara. I want to pull all these off again a little bit so I can add some fabric. Totally forgot. I think we're still good. Also here on top, but I think I can already cut the white paper off. So anywhere where it's visible, I will cut it off. Okay, so now I have this and I have lifted them off so that I can still tuck something underneath. But this is going to be a very cute tuck spot, I think. For the fabric part, I want to use these two scraps from Louise's scraps that were in the front of this journal. And I want to cut these down and try to stick them in various places, hoping that will look fun. Let's cut this in half. And let's make small pieces. Then I'm going to fray them all. So approximately this is the aim for the pieces. By the way, I find it really helpful for roughing up the edges to use my scissors. So I just take my scissors and I go along the edge like, whoops. That was not intentional. Okay, but that's totally fine. So you just go along the edges and that will really help to roughen those up. So I have all my pieces roughed up. I really don't know if this is going to look just weird or fun. Let's just see. So I'm just stuffing them in between the layers. That makes the snails look more raggedy. Just glue it behind like that. Also from the bottom we can have a few peeking out. What do we think? I think I like it. It looks fun. Thankfully, it doesn't look so weird. It looks more fun than weird. Okay, so I'm going to glue all these bits together and then we need to make a head. So now I have this. This is great for a tuck spot. So for the head, I'm going to try to draw a cute snail head. I'm going to make my life simple and just use simple shapes. So I'm going to make like a kind of a round triangular shape. Let's just see if the size will work. I could even go a little bit bigger. Like that. And then we need 2 eyes. Always good to have 2 eyes, not just one. And then the pupil and a light reflector spot. And then we want a happy snail. So let's give it a cute smile. Obviously, it still needs the feelers, but I want to do those separately. Let me just cut this out and see if this will work. I will color it, but I just want to know if this will look super strange or what do we need to do to make this look like it actually is coming out of its shell. Again, this is my 200 GSM cardstock because this is going to be a page tab. So of course I want it to be sturdier than a regular copy paper. Does that work? Yeah, that works. Why not? Let's make her yellow. Since we have this beautiful bright yellow here, I'm going to use my Neon Color 2 water-soluble wax pastels. That's always such a long name. I have these from Caran d'Ache. Love them. You use what you have. And I'm just taking it with my water brush. What a beautiful, bright, happy yellow. Then I can color the pupils with my black marker. And I'll go over the smile as well. I just had a thought. Since she's going to be here, right? We also need to think about the back side. So when I flip this page over, we're going to have this here on the back, which is not nice. So I want to make another snail face, and that way we can see it from both sides. So I'm going to trace this because I want it to have the exact same shape and size. Then I'll draw the same face again. It doesn't matter if it's not exactly the same actually. Or should we just do the back side? That would make more sense, wouldn't it? If it's just the back side. What am I thinking? She can't look both ways, front and back, can she? Okay, so we just need the shape and to color it yellow. Then I'm going to ink up both parts with walnut stain. I want to put the antennae in between the two layers of the head, and I have some wire here, which I want to use for that. With the help of my round pliers, I want to make the tip of the feelers by just rolling that a little bit, maybe a few times. So then I have this loop, and then I need to make a second one, but I think I'll keep them connected. I think that will be easier to glue on. So I'll just cut it. That's too long. And roll those ends again. And these we can... It's so cute. I can glue this in between. Maybe first tape it. Okay, let's glue this head on first. Like that. And then we can flip it around and glue this part on. The only thing is now this part here is also visible. So I'm going to color that as well. And I'll use some beige for that. So currently when we flip the page, it looks like this. But I think we can do better because we have some of these shells left. And I could just glue that like this, and that way I think it will look better from the back side. You can see better that it's a snail and it does not disturb on the front. And I'm ready to glue this down. So I'll just add glue here and here on the bottom. So from the front, our tuck spot looks like this, and from the back, we see the back of the head and part of the shell and the antennae. Hello there, Editing Barbara here. I wanted to add another goodie for you today. So you can get 50% off all 3 of my page tab printables. You just need to enter the code DEF2022PAGE at the checkout at the relevant box to get your discount, and this is valid from today, December 19th until December 31st. You can find the links to those tabs in the description box below this video. Enjoy! I think this is so cute. And I'm going to put my original snail card in here. Maybe I will journal about this experience. That can sit there because I wanted to keep some of these cards in here anyway because I didn't use some of these. So I can put in another one. I can add our peacock as well, and that fits so beautifully to this turquoise page. There we go. And that's all I'm going to do. That's my page. I know it's a shorter video, but that's okay. It doesn't always have to be super complicated. And I wanted to do a bulk check. So this is what it looks like from the top now, just loosely held together. It has grown quite a bit. And this is from the side. Not bad. It's really nice and squishy. And I love it. 6 more to go. Fabric and page tab done. As always, have fun with this if you haven't done it already. See you tomorrow. Love you guys. Mwah, mwah.